See you all guys, my name is Kumar, you're watching me. Let's start history video without any further delay. So basically this video is going to be routine of 12th November 2025 and today is Wednesday. Also continuously shooting the day of 707th days of routine video gonna be happen. So let's start. So basically today first of all I woke up, then after that I washed my mouth, then after that I clicked photo, then after that I ate food, then today my sister just trying to save my father's beard. Then basically I just shoot on some videos, then also I wore some cloth, then after that I clicked some photos by wearing that cloth. Then at the time of evening I ate food, then after some time later I went for the sleep. So basically this is the thing what's actually happened in my today's video. I hope you have really understood this video. If you have really understood this video, then kindly please like it, because whenever you like some videos it really motivates me and encourages me to upload more and more videos at a very continuous manner. And one thing I just only want to request is that if you found any kind of mistakes, like whenever I speak in English, like any grammatical mistakes or any English or mistakes, you kindly please tell me in the comment section. I'll really appreciate that you're trying to help me to improve my English speaking skill. That's why by doing this, what's actually happened, my English fluency will increase very sooner manner, right? So yes, so my average videos period and minimum 10 minutes, but still yet I have completed only 1 minute 14 seconds. So I'll talk till 10 minutes, right? So let's start. So basically in this particular video, what is actually I'm gonna do, I'm gonna I'm gonna read the question banks with the answer of some laws, like commercial law and and industrial law, factories act and so much, right? So let's start. So uh, first of all I will start from commercial law, then industrial law, then corporate law, then business ethics and emotional intelligence, right? So first is commercial law, which comes from the Indian Contract Act 1872, right? So let's start. Now the first topic is essential elements of a contract, offer and acceptance. So the question one is, what are the essential elements of a contract, right? Or this question can also be asked, maybe I think so. Contract are legally enforceable, but every agreement may not be enforceable under law. Discuss with the reason, right? So let's start. Answer. The Indian Contract Act was enacted in 1872 with enlists provisions that could help the adjudicating authority in deciding the rights and liabilities of the parties. Section 10 provides that all agreements are contracts if they are made by the free consent of parties competent to contract for a lawful consideration and with a lawful object, and are not otherwise expressly declared to be void. The following are the requirements for a valid contract. There shall be an offer or proposal by one party and acceptance of the proposal by the other party which results in an agreement. There shall be an intention to create legal relations or an intent to legal consequences. Okay. The agreement shall be supported by lawful consideration. The parties of the contract shall be competent to contract. There shall be free consent between the parties to the contract. The object and consideration of the contract shall be legal, and the same shall not be opposed to public policy. The terms of the consent shall be certain. The agreement is capable of being performed and it is not impossible of being performed. Right. So let's learn some examples. Right. So let's start. A proposes by letter to sell a house to B at a certain price. B accepts A's proposal by a letter sent by post. The communication of the acceptance is complete as against A when the letter is posted, and as against B when the letter is received by A. Contracts minimize the risk of commercial transactions by a great deal. The laws relating to contract enforce clarity between parties and helps in increasing productivity. Okay. Now, Section 2H of the Act states that an agreement enforceable by law is a contract. To constitute an agreement, it is essential that there exists an offer. Such offer, when accepted, gives rise to an agreement. However, to conclude a contract, the fulfillment of other prerequisites of consideration, legality of object, competence of parties, and so on is required. Contracts are legally enforceable. However, every agreement may not be enforceable under law. According to Section 2G, an agreement not enforceable by law is said to be void. The following agreements are considered to be void. Okay, the following agreements are considered to be void if considerations and objects are unlawful in part, agreements without consideration, agreement in restraint of marriage, agreement in restraint of trade, agreement in restraint of legal proceedings, agreements void for uncertainty, agreements by way of wager. Section 24 provides that if any part of a single consideration for one or more objects or any one or any part of any one of several considerations for a single object is unlawful, the agreement is void. So it's all about the question. Now I'm gonna read some another example of this particular question. A promises to superintend on behalf of B a legal manufacture of indigo and an illegal traffic in other articles. B promises to pay to A salary of rupees 10,000 a year. The agreement is void, the object of A's promise and the consideration for B's promise being in part unlawful. Okay, so this is all of this question what I have discussed. Now I'm gonna read the second question. Analyze the legal provisions relating to competence of parties to enter into a valid contract under the Indian Contract Act 1872. Okay. Analyze the legal provisions relating to competence of parties to enter into a valid contract. Discuss the categories of persons who are disqualified from entering into contract other than minor and a person of unsound mind under Indian Contract Act 1872. Discuss the categories of persons who are disqualified from entering into the contract other than minor and a person of unsound mind under Indian and the some third person can be the person who is not who is doing some illegal thing, right? Maybe I think so. Alien enemy, foreign sovereign and ambassadors, convicts, insolvents, company or statutory bodies. So let's read it in a detailed manner, right? So let's start. The persons who are disqualified from entering into contract due to certain other reasons may be from legal status, political status or corporate status. Some of such categories of persons are given below. Alien enemy. An agreement with an alien enemy is void, but agreement with an alien friend is perfectly valid and enforceable when the government of an alien is at war with the government of India. The alien is called alien enemy, who cannot enter into any contract with any Indian citizen without the permission of government of India, as the same is against the public policy. Contract entered into with an alien before war is put into suspension during the duration of war. Second, foreign sovereign and ambassadors. Foreign sovereigns and their representatives enjoy certain privileges and immunities in every country. They cannot enter into contract except through their agents residing in India. They can sue the Indian citizen, but an Indian citizen cannot sue them. Okay. Convicts. A convict cannot enter into a contract while he is undergoing imprisonment. Insolvents. An insolvent person is one who is unable to discharge his liabilities and therefore has applied for being adjudged insolvent, or such proceedings have been initiated by any of his creditors. An insolvent person cannot enter into a contract relating to his property. Now the last point is of this book where I am reading. Company or statutory bodies. A contract entered into by a corporate body or statutory body will be valid only to the extent it is within its memorandum of association. So yes guys, for today I think that it's all enough for today guys. So let's end the video guys. See you all. Bye bye.